shake really quick.
No, you're good. I gotta post something quick, so you're good. One sec. I'm literally 2 seconds from being done. I am so sorry. How are you? How is everything?
Oh my God. It's good.
Are you sure? What's going on? Is it better? I've only seen a few things.
It's getting better slowly. It's a big fire. There's 74,000 people evacuated in our area. So the town of Santa Cruz is just like, there's nowhere to stay. They're sending evacuees all the way up to San Francisco.
So are you guys evacuating?
We're not evacuating, but we have a friend of ours and his family staying with us. Our manager, for an example, she's evacuated and can't find a place to stay. They might be having to send her up to San Francisco, which is like 2 hours away. It's just crazy. The whole town is like in disarray.
Wow, that is fucking crazy.
There's been 500 homes that have burned down in our area, and it's only 17% contained so far.
Wow.
Everything is dirty, smoky, like it's crazy.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it had anything to do with the fires over there, but last night when I was finishing my hike, the sun was red.
It is from our fires. They said that the smoke out here is reaching all the way to Kansas.
Okay, so that makes total sense because actually it's also been like harder to breathe for us here, and our air quality is like going down, in my opinion. And well, it also is saying that on the news, but that is wild. It is.
It's so bad that like on Saturday we had to leave because it was so thick. If you even breathing through a mask, you have like grit in your mouth. We had to like leave town just to get fresh air. It's because it's just crazy.
Wow. But you guys, like where you're at, you're not going to like.
We are not having to evacuate. There were on Sunday it was kind of hairy, like Santa Cruz, the city that I live in, like the Santa Cruz city. Mm-hmm. Like UCSC, which is maybe 2 miles away from us, they had to evacuate the whole campus. And then the perimeter of the city was getting evacuation kits on how to prepare and stuff. And so they were preparing for like worst case scenario, but we are in the residential part. So we're okay, but it's just nuts.
Yeah. Wow, dude, that is nuts. And the scariest part is the fact that people are losing everything. I can't imagine.
Awful. It is.
Yeah.
So
on the news, like they were interviewing different, victims, if you will, if that's the term that they use. And there was a man who had like a whole garage full of classic cars that are all just like gone. Like everything is just gone. And
and the thing that's crazy, even I've talked to, like, we've had a few members that have lost their homes already so far and that have learned about it. Most people don't even know the status yet. But even houses that are kind of close that have such bad smoke damage, it's deemed like they're not able to, it's uninhabitable. So they have to completely turn it down. So everyone's trying to find places to live. And we already have a very, it's already just a saturated market. We have 2 colleges here in our town. So it's already a very tricky place to find places to live, let alone this huge area that's been evacuated. It's just nuts.
Right. Wow.
People are camping everywhere and it's crazy.
Count your blessings.
Seriously. 2020, it's like, what else can we handle? I don't know.
I feel like we should maybe stop saying what else because
I know someone was like, don't say that. Like
Don't,
Godzilla's
seriously don't. And then even
out of
now,
the
what?
Godzilla's gonna like shoot out of the sky and I'm here.
Insert clip of Godzilla.
Run! It's Godzilla! It looks like Godzilla, but due to international copyright laws, it's not. Still, we should run like it is Godzilla! Though it isn't.
He was here. Maybe that's what happened.
Maybe that's right, exactly. Well, and now you have Hurricane Laura about to hit the Louisiana, Texas coast, and it's mandatory evacuation now. I don't mean to cut off our little intro, but Ashley just texted me, so
Let's get going. I've got something to do too. Perfect.
Cool.
But should we intro her? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Bikini Show. Camile Periat here with
Sarah Lyon. What's up, everyone? We are bringing you season 2, episode 2 of the Bikini Show, sponsored by Maximum Beauty, Competition, Glam, and Needs. We have
3-time Miss Bikini Olympian and 20-time Bikini Pro champion Ashley Kaltwasser coming on to tell us about how she won her last show at the World Klash in Florida and what her plans are, what she did to make some changes in her show, and talk to her a little bit about what she's doing in life right now.
Yeah, we know that she just had a big move from LA to Vegas, so it'd be nice to get a little insight on that and see what she's got going on. So let's get her on here. Great. Good shit. That worked.
Oh, really good intro.
That was like probably our first best
one ever.
Intro timer. That would be the shortest intro timer ever. I think that was 30 seconds.
Wow.
We should
you were like
just drop it into the next episode.
Okay, we should make that our template.
Yes. Seriously. All right. Well. Okay, there she is. Sorry. Okay. Hey.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, do you hear me okay?
Hey, yes, we can.
Perfect. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing wonderful, thank you.
Are you, Camille, is she tilted for you or is it just me?
She is.
Oh, let me see if I do this.
I'm fine.
There we go.
Better?
That's all right.
Okay.
Work.
I'm like, this might be a little awkward.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
How are you? Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So number 20 pro win.
Yeah. What the heck? How did I get here in life?
How
Well,
did you, right? The
hard
time has
work.
flown too.
Yeah. What do you say?
I said hard work, dedication.
Oh, yes. Definitely. All that. Yes. And some good luck too in there somewhere.
So Ashley, you looked awesome. You did a couple changes this show. You changed your color of your suit and you went back to straight hair. I loved your look.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Loved it. Ashley, my big question for you is, did you pull back on training glutes a little bit?
I didn't pull back on training glutes, but I've been critiqued many times that I'm pushing too hard when I pose. So this time I just
Good there.
kind of stood way straight and relaxed. And that kind of gives the appearance that it's not as, they're not as dominant, I guess, because I've always had like a problem with my upper body not matching my lower body. So that was like one of the things I did was I relaxed my glutes a little more on stage so it wasn't as like intense. My like back.
Yeah,
pose.
that I noticed that too. You looked awesome, and your shoulders even looked a little bit bigger. Did you guys increase?
Yes, definitely. We've been trying so hard to bring up my shoulders, so I'm like finally they're starting to cooperate because they're very stubborn. It's a very stubborn part of my body.
It's hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, your adjustments and changes honestly showed so much on stage. Looking at your pictures, it was crazy. That's why I asked in regards to the holding back on glutes, because
Yeah.
it looked more balanced. Almost like we kind of reverted back in time to like a previous Ashley in a weird way.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that I think that's pretty accurate to say. Yes.
Mhm.
All right, so I have a question for you, Ashley. Now that we have you on here, we can ask you all of your tips and like what you're doing. Your shoulders stood out to me, and your abs were like crazy. I know they say bikini, they don't want chiseled abs. I love chiseled abs, and you had this like little vacuum thing going with this like crazy.
Yeah, that's like one of my muscle groups. I don't even train abs.
I was gonna say, Ashley's always had the best core ever.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, for bikini, it could be too much. So I got to be careful, like what movements I do that I'm not like engaging my core too much, because they can be a little overpowering for sure.
I thought they looked incredible. So do you, I know you've mentioned in the past that you do vacuums. We're asking a lot of people who come on that do vacuums. It's very popular now. How do you do that pretty religiously?
You know, I used to do them a lot more than I do now. I kind of slacked off a little bit with them. I'm not going to lie, but they do help. I will say that they do help. And it definitely helps with posture and everything else like that. So, you know, it's like one of those things that's nice because you can do it when you're just like sitting around watching TV or just standing in line. Doesn't matter. You can do your vacuums. Very convenient.
Yeah. Cool. Well, you look
mobile exercise.
Yes.
And then this was also the first time you competed since you had your eye surgery.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and I can see straight, and it's amazing. It's so much easier to pose on stage when there's only one image instead of a double. It is so much easier.
A little less dizzy, I bet.
Yes, exactly.
So how did you guys decide on red?
Well, I've always loved to wear red. I think I wear it pretty good. And I was like kind of like mentioning it every once in a while to my coach. I'm like, oh I want to wear red someday. And he liked the idea too. So he was really encouraging me to, you know, try the red suit. Why not? It's a new year. We'll try the red. I ran out of shades of green to wear, so I got to try the red now. But I like the red. It's definitely like a color that used to be a lot more popular back in the day. I don't see it quite as much as I used to in the beginning, but I like it. I like red. It's a very classy color, and you know.
And we know now that we're gonna see it all over.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely like an OG color. So yeah, I'm liking it. So far.
Seeing your stage pictures, it took me back to the Amanda Latona days.
Yeah.
I saw that red, and I was like, wow, that's what that reminded me of. That was great on you with the dark hair too. Love it.
Thank you.
So you just recently made a big move from LA to Las Vegas.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more about that. How's that been? You purchased your first home, correct?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I finally grew up.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I'm loving it out here. I really am. I'm in a very outdoorsy part of Vegas, so I don't like live on the strip or anything crazy like that. I'm in a peaceful neighborhood, very outdoorsy. I live by a mountain. I go hiking. I walk to the gym, and it's so nice to have some peace because my old apartment in Los Angeles, I lived in Hollywood. I lived on the Star Walk, so that was quite the hustle and bustle area. Yeah, so that was really busy, really chaotic. I didn't drive there. I walked because of the LA traffic and because I couldn't see anything either. But now I'm here driving a car, got a house. I grew up, but it's kind of nice to have like developed a new like workout regimen and routine because, you know, competitors are all about routine. So, you know, I have like the days I walk to the gym, the days I go hiking on the mountain. So it's really nice for me. It's like very refreshing. And thank goodness I did move out here because it'd be very hard to prep in California, that's for sure, especially with the lockdown and stuff. So like, it's nice to kind of be more amongst my people. There's a lot of fitness people out here, a lot of fitness people in Vegas. So you go into like one of the gyms and you're like, oh, that's gotta be a competitor. She's probably a competitor. Like, you know what I mean? So it's nice to be with the fitness people.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can spot a competitor a mile away.
Yeah, exactly.
People are like, do you compete? And they're like getting ready for either like to get their pro card or it's you can spot them a mile away.
Yep, absolutely.
So are you and Adam working on the new, like, because you guys are working on a new clinic together out there, right?
His gym, he's opening it now in Vegas, hopefully by the end of the year before Olympia. But yeah, he's like, got the contest prep center in Denver, and now we're doing one in Vegas. So I'm happy. That's going to be extra motivation for me, and it's going to be nice to have like another gym membership too.
Yeah, that's awesome. And well, it'll be nice and convenient. So then he'll be going back and forth between Denver and Vegas, I would imagine.
Yes, I believe so for quite a while. I'm not sure. Maybe he wants to eventually move everything out here, I believe. I don't want to speak too much on his behalf because I think he was still like a little bit up in the air about that. But I know most of the time will be spent in Vegas for sure, at least.
Well, that'll be perfect then. More time together. And now we know, obviously, of course, you already were qualified to go back to the Olympia. But now, after winning this show, are we going to see you on stage again before the Olympia, or are we chilling?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, definitely. Actually, I want to compete this weekend in San Diego, but also I want to do the Tahoe show.
Is there a show?
I also want to do Legions. What was that face?
No, I said I didn't know there was a show in San Diego.
Oh, yes, this weekend. Yep.
Oh.
It's my first muscle contest show. I've never competed in a muscle contest show, so it was like a bucket list thing, you know, like crazy enough. I've never competed in a muscle contest show after all my years competing, never a muscle contest. I've been a spectator, I've been in attendance and, you know, but never competed there. So it was a bucket list thing for me. I'm like, oh, this is my opportunity. I might as well go for it. I'm already in shape. Let's do it, you know?
That's awesome. Okay, so you have San Diego. I thought California was like not doing any shows and they were sending them all to Las Vegas, but I guess not.
Yeah, that's what
I think there's some very strict rules in San Diego. It's going to be interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few curveballs like thrown at us last minute. I'm not sure. You know how that goes, but yeah, I think it's like going to be a thing. I mean, my ticket's already booked. Adam's coming with me. So yeah, the list is out, the competitor list and everything. So yeah.
Oh, cool. All right, so then that one, and then you said
Tahoe. And then Legions.
Awesome.
Yeah, which you won that one, right?
That yes, 2 years ago.
Yes.
They didn't have
I was there to watch.
I think you actually gave me my trophy.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And we both have superheroes with them.
Yeah, I think that's the coolest little like idea. That's such a cool theme for the show.
I think that's like the coolest like trophy to have you like pick, like you get to pick out your superhero and like they animate it. That's so fun.
Yeah, I feel special.
Yeah. Oh, so you've got a full roster.
Yeah, I mean, I might do more too, but like for now, those are like the for sure's. But yeah, a lot of people wonder why I compete if I'm already qualified. But I just like competing. I do. And, you know, it's kind of like one of those things. It's like, do what you love. And it keeps me on track. You know, if I have a show every month or every 2 months, I'm not going to stray too far away from my stage shape, you know? So I'm going to, you know, stay consistent because I'm constantly like have a goal coming up. So it's like a strategy that I found is very useful for me because I don't want to get too far off, especially before the Olympia. Because, you know, once you get out of shape, it's way harder to get back into shape. So, you know.
If you compete for like a certain amount of time out from the Olympia and then you take a little bit of time off, sometimes that can really throw your whole body off and then getting back into it. You almost have to like ride the train out.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I totally agree. And, you know, it's just kind of like, I feel like early in there, I missed my chance to compete at the Arnold and the other shows because of the surgery, my eye surgery. So now I was like, well, here's my chance. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. Might as well go for it, you know?
Yeah. So do you have, with your body type, do you have a hard time like keeping full, or do you just easily kind of ride yourself through where this is like you're just kind of like living in a zone? Tell us a little bit how you bridge your shows.
Well, I would say my body type, I don't really have a problem keeping full, but I have a hard time losing weight, so staying lean. So that's another reason why I'm always competing, right? So that's like my biggest issue is just like, you know, back in the day, the first few preps, like it was so easy to diet and the weight just came off. But since I've done so many shows, it's a lot harder now. So that is my biggest, I guess, flaw in doing that. But I always say this too, it's important to take a little miniature break. So after the show this weekend, I'm gonna take like a miniature break, maybe like a week off from the gym, a few days relaxing and get back on it. So I think those are important because that really is like a refresher and it makes you want to get back in the gym. And as long as you don't like go overboard with like the food and stuff, I think it's perfectly healthy to, allow yourself a little bit of relaxing time. And that way you can, get motivated once again and your mind is right. And as we know, mindset is everything. It's like the best pre-workout is mindset and, motivation. So as long as that's always up and I'm, staying consistent with that, then I'm good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's very motivating. You know what? I'm so motivated now. I want to like start prep right now.
Yes, do it.
You're just like on a momentum. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So Ashley, I feel like there might be some questions out there, and something that I've never really seen a lot that you put out is, how do you typically carb up for a show? Do you water back? Do you use just basic rice? Could you give us a little insight on that?
Yeah, so I don't cut water at all. Even though you asked about carbs, I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't cut water. I don't cut sodium. For carbs, I like to do my carbs closer to the show day and closer to show day. So like the day before the show will be like light foods, like some rice cakes and some coconut oil. Same thing for show day. And the reason being is those foods can digest easily. And, in bikini, we're going to have the itty bitty little waistline. So I don't want to be eating like steak and vegetables the night before a show. That might work for some people, but I want to make sure like my waist is very slender and very small. So nothing's like still digesting in there. So I'll eat those easy digesting foods, which are carbs, usually like a day before a show and show day. But I'm not really big on doing like a whole week of carbing or anything like that. But of course, every situation is different, and every time we prep, we come in differently, and sometimes you're too lean, sometimes you're not lean enough, sometimes you're not full enough. So that all plays a factor, but generally speaking, I only carb up the day before the show and show day.
That's great. Yeah, everyone is totally different.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if somebody were to copy one person's plan, it would have definitely have the same effects. But
yeah,
cool. How long have you been prepping for? Like, through quarantine? Like, how long have you been going through this?
It's hard to say because everything's been so off and on, right? I will say, like, I planned to compete in like 5 shows that didn't go through. So I did like mini preps. And then once I found out they weren't happening, I'm like, okay, well, time to look for another show. So it's really hard to say. I've been off and on since like March, so yeah, I don't know. Just a lot of off and ons.
Yeah, it was kind of this long stalls. Like,
yes.
Especially in California. You guys have been open and then never mind. And then
closed.
You got to go into it just kind of being like, you know what? I'm going to prep. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it goes through. But, luckily they are starting to go through. So I'm very grateful for that, even though they might not have a full audience or, whatever. I think the promoters are awesome because they, make it work in whatever way they can. So they're very crafty, some of them. I know that Chris mine's from the Legion and the Tahoe show. He's going to be having a show like in an open outdoor area, I guess, which is really clever,
I'm
getting around those loopholes.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen more of that actually.
Well, actually, North Americans, the national show in Pittsburgh coming up, that actually was just switched to outdoors. So that's
really?
Outdoor setting, and it's going to be pre-judging and finals like back to back. So they're going to basically judge and then do finals right away. So which I'm thank goodness for the competitors, because that Pittsburgh humidity. East Coast humidity, that would be pretty bad with those tans out there if they had to, come back later or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully,
And then you have the lighting's totally like a totally different element. Everything gets kind of like, so I think, what did you compete in the show they had in, gosh, where was it? I think it was like the Sean Roden that they had in.
Oh, no, I didn't compete in that one. That was in the Philippines, right?
Yeah, but they had it outside. I think the finals were outside and they had it at night. It looked really, really pretty, but it seems like it'd be hard during the daytime. It'd be hard to, you'd get kind of washed out. It'd be tricky.
Yeah. I think of the one in the Legions, I think it's going to be like in a tent or something though, like an enclosed, like open, but under a tent. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I just looked at his post like a few hours ago, so I'm not completely sure, but I think it's cool that they were like all adapting to like these new regulations and finding ways to make it work, even if that means we have to wear a mask on stage, or even if that means prejudging finals are combined. Like, that's cool with me. I just want to compete and I love it. So, you know, you just got to be prepared for everything.
Life goes on.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
Always.
What are you looking forward to most about this year's Olympia? How, and all the changes that are going to be coming around it?
Let's see. I always look forward to, you know, it's like the final staple of the year. It's the accumulation of all the work you did in the year. So I'm excited to see like what improvements, like after everything's all said and done, after I do my few shows and like, you know, learn from each show and nitpick and see what I can fix, even if it's something small. After all those adjustments come together and my physique adjustments, I want to see what my final physique is. I think it's going to be interesting, and you know, every year is different. So yeah, I think that's going to be awesome. And I think it's kind of cool that it's like a few days before Christmas. Good thing it's before Christmas and not after, right?
Right.
But yeah, it's like, I'm really excited about the new venue, the Planet Hollywood. It's going to be really nice.
It's going to be really cool. There's a lot of things that are going to be different. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah. And it's in my home city now. Yay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think it's cool. I kind of like how it is in December, because it's actually at the end of the year. So it's almost
yeah,
to end the year on, you know?
It makes sense. It definitely makes sense.
Yes, I agree. Maybe that'll be a thing that continues on. We'll see.
I hope so. That would be a great idea.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I think it'd be easier to like, with the qualification system and the points and stuff, that would definitely make it easier to like track it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like who's qualified for the year and who's not. Because sometimes it like throws you off because you get qualified after the Olympia after that few months, and then that transfers over to the next year. So it can get a little confusing, but I think that would be awesome if they kept it.
Yeah, it's more like a true calendar year versus like a certain like cutoff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Close to the Arnold, though, that would be really hard for all you guys that do both of them.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That would be really hard.
Yeah, there's like, you don't really get much time off at all for that.
Maybe it's a blessing in disguise though. I think it would suck more for like the bodybuilder guys because they can't take a true break, but I think bikini competitors are a little more like, you know, we can maintain a little more because we don't have to go that extreme, but maybe it's best for us, who knows.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Didn't even think that far.
It's just a concept. So with everything that's coming up then and going to the Olympia, what are your plans then for 2021? Are we going to keep seeing you on stage? Are you thinking of retiring in the near future or anything like that?
No. No. I'm just starting. Come on. I'm just starting.
Her goal now is like to get to her goal is to get to 30 wins right now.
Oh gosh, that would be insane. But that would be kind of cool though. That would be kind of cool.
You do have, so last time you were on our show, we were talking about if we were like all talking about if you had the most wins, you weren't even sure, but you do have the most wins.
I do? Did you check? Who'd you check?
I didn't check. I thought.
I didn't say it. My coach thinks that, but honestly, I don't know. It's hard because you see these shows, like they didn't used to be documented quite as much as they are now, where you could just go into NBC News Online and see the list. Like I know I've done shows personally that never showed up on any kind of like list, like the one I did in India, the one I did in Finland, the one I did in Russia, you know what I mean? So I don't know, it would be really hard to like, I guess, prove But I mean, I can recall every one that I've done with photo evidence, but it's hard to see your competitors and how many shows they've won without actually knowing, because sometimes they weren't tracked.
Okay, I thought you just took the bikini record.
Oh, well, maybe I do. I don't know. I don't want to say that I do, because I feel like Janet is probably super close for sure, because she's been at it for a while and she's won so many shows too. So I don't want to say that I won the most, because I don't know how many she won. Maybe you can ask her. I don't know, but she seems like she's up there too.
All right, we'll have to do some research, but I think you are taking that.
That'd be cool.
And now it's nice too that now after the IFBB Pro League obviously went global, and now I feel that the system is in much a better position now to moving forward to keep track of all those international.
Oh, yeah. Way more organized. Yeah.
Absolutely. So at least our technology is advancing everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Camille, do you have any other questions for Ashley?
I don't. I was trying to think of a question.
And be like nailed it, everything.
All right, Ashley, what color lipstick are you wearing right now?
What color suit?
Lipstick.
Oh, lipstick. Oh, it's like a lip gloss. This thing. It's like a nude.
You gotta do it. You have to do what the YouTube girls go, like to hold it in front.
Oh, this, yes. This right here.
There.
I'm sure everyone wanted to know that question. So, especially the guys out there, they were waiting till the end just to find that one out.
Finally. Well, Ashley, good luck in San Diego this weekend. We'll be rooting for you. I had no idea there was even a show there, but that's exciting to watch.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes, yeah. Thank you for your time, and we can't wait to see you again on stage and at the Legion, and of course at the Olympia.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, ladies. Take care.
Ashley, we'll talk to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that was awesome having Ashley on with us. Last time we had her on, she was announcing that she was going to be pulling out the Arnold's because of her eye surgery. So
does that not feel like forever ago? Like, holy crap. That was seriously February.
God, I know that's what it's like when we were all ignorant and like had no idea the shitstorm was coming.
We were all like so upset about the Arnold being canceled and like thought it was so over dramatic, and here we are.
No, I know. But she had just had her eye surgery, so she was, I think, making the announcement with us on our show. And so this is cool to have her come back, her first time competing after she's recovered, and she killed it. I thought she brought a different look than what she has been bringing the past like year. And
honestly, like I looked at her stage pictures and I was like, am I in the right year? Like it just looked like a blast from the past in the best way possible. It was great to see. I was very surprised because I unfortunately didn't see a lot of the coverage from it during the weekend. Just was busy, and so now then going back and reviewing everything these past couple of days, I was admiring the physique that her and Adam brought to the stage, including the suit, the hair, the makeup, her tan, everything just looked great. And that balance from top to bottom, and her glutes just being the appropriate looking, as she just said, you know, she adjusted her posing more than anything, but her glutes appearing to be much more balanced than prior to how she was awesome.
So there's a pattern here. I don't know if you're noticing it.
What?
But the pattern that we have so far in season 2 is that the 2 winners that we've interviewed so far, what we have really noticed is the relaxing of the posing.
And less glutes. Well, not less glutes, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, yes, the judges have given them feedback to kind of back off, and so they both had to kind of back off. You're right. But also that's coming from Ashley Kaltwasser and Jennifer Dorie, who have just these amazing glutes. But both of them relax their posing a little bit more, and even in Ashley's front pose, she relaxed a little bit more because I think looking back at her Olympia and the shows before that, she would really kind of like, she had a kind of aggressive front pose.
Yes, she did.
And it was a little bit more relaxed, but she looked awesome.
Natural.
Shoulders, her midsection, I was just like, oh my God.
Right? I know. I've always admired her core. She has an athlete's core, you know? Like, you know that she's not just doing ab movements. She's doing all different kinds of conditioning movements that are engaging her serratus, her lower core, upper, everything. And it completes her from top to bottom. You know, your core can move. So it really just allows her physique to flow. I'll always call Ashley the GOAT. Always. I think she really just set the standard for what bikini was, and I think it's amazing.
Three-time champion.
I'm sorry?
3-time champion, absolutely.
And two, I think it's just amazing that she has been able to really grow with the sport and the evolution, because a lot of those other competitors that were at the top when Ashley was the champion aren't competing anymore, or they are, but they're not staying consistently at the top how Ashley is. So
yeah, really, really good point. And it comes down to she loves it. Like,
it's her lifestyle.
She doesn't need to compete actually at all to compete in Olympia. She has the luxury as an Olympian champion that to just be like, you know what, I'm going to compete in Olympia this year, and she can just show up. But she really loves the sport. She loves to compete, and she's doing this because she, you know, for the love, but also because it gives her a goal and it keeps her
on track.
So that's, I think that's why a lot of competitors, you know, get into it to have a goal, but she continues with that. So
right.
That was fun.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, it was great. Great to see her. So we'll see her next at the Olympia or at Legion. So
yeah.
Right?
What's that?
You're there, right?
I don't know if we're going to be there or not. I'm not too sure. I think they're having it in Nevada.
I just know where any of us are actually able to travel to anymore until it's like the week before.
Honestly, like I don't even like plan out what's happening a week from now, because every week.
Yeah.
So just.
I like get nervous scheduling something for like a week in advance, because I'm like, well, I mean, who knows?
That's asking for a lot of commitment.
Yeah.
For us, we're like, California could be actually breaking away into the ocean at that point. We have no idea.
Millions of years away. It's millions of years away. I'll stick to that story, that's for sure. But, well, I guess we'll wrap. Yes.
Well, hang on. Did you do something different with your hair, a haircut or something?
I got my
really cute. That's what it is. It's not your hair, it's your wisdom teeth. No.
Boom, boom. No. Okay, well, I will say that my biggest change with my hair since being here on the West Coast has been going to Habit Salon in Gilbert, Arizona. Amazing. I've been getting my hair, I'm naturally brunette, for people who don't know that. Surprise. I'm naturally brunette, like almost Camille's color brunette.
Wow.
Yeah. And I have been blonde now since, I think 2015. It
looks really good on you.
She colors it in a way that it almost like lightens my roots. Like, it's amazing. So it's a very like soft, see how it's just,
yeah.
Like, you can't really tell that I have roots. Like, and this, I haven't gotten my hair colored since June.
Wow.
Yeah. I just scheduled for like the end of September a couple weeks ago, because I can just keep rocking this for a little bit. See, it's just really soft. It
allows you to not like bleach your hair as much, so your hair gets healthier too.
Yes, which honestly, I think that's why my hair is able to start finally growing more. And plus, I take tons of collagen, but I definitely would have to say,
see it behind you.
Vital proteins. Yeah.
So,
the best.
Sarah, I used to be blonde like you a long time ago, like before I was competing. I'll send you a picture. It's not that flattering.
Okay.
But because I bleached my hair so like my hair was always breaking. Yeah.
Oh, same. But see, that it's forced me to change how I take care of my hair now. I probably only wash my hair once a week, maybe every like 9 to 10 days. Sometimes I can get away with. I use Dry Bar shampoo, everyone. It's the best dry shampoo ever.
That is a good one. I do like Dry Bar. A keratin treatment. Have you ever had a keratin treatment?
Yes, but I have not had one probably now in like a year and a half, but I used to get them 1 to 2 times a year, and those were also life-changing. But I don't want to get one right now because I've been wearing my hair naturally, which is just like kind of wavy, messy a little bit, but I like it. And if I get a keratin treatment, my hair will be pin straight for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I get the full keratin. I don't do like the express, so they do it wet.
I do the full also that lasts like 6 months.
But you wear your hair straight.
Well, yeah, my hair. I mean, this is like.
That's your natural, like straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm not. But yeah,
I can curl it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But anyways, we just got a little sidetracked.
Well, so
in the intro.
we're doing things a little backwards. Well, I guess that kind of wraps up season 2, episode 2.
It does.
2 for 2. This weekend we have Shreveport in Louisiana for Pro Bikini. We have San Diego Pro Bikini. I'm actually going to go online and check out what it looks like.
I'm glad it's still going on. Great to hear.
Yeah, I thought they were moving all California shows out to Nevada.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I don't know if there's any other for bikini. I know that myself, I'll be jetting out to Savannah, Georgia for the Linda Murray Savannah show.
Cool. You are doing that.
I'm sorry?
You are going to be doing that.
For Maximum Beauty, yeah. So I'll be out there making sure everything gets taken care of for you guys, and then jetting back out here to the West Coast. But that does not have bikini. That's going to be figure, classic physique, women's bodybuilding. So a little bit of a different scene, but it'll be nice to be at a show. So
totally.
Until next time.
Camile Periat.
Sarah Lyon. We're out.
Bye, guys. And then we'll do our intro.
Oh, I already hit record. Okay.
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Periat here.
With Sarah Lyon.
The Bikini Show.
We are
by Maximum Beauty. Okay, that sucked. Let's do that over.
It glitched too. So it froze while you were talking. I didn't know you were talking. Okay.